I'm not going to change the way I tweet.
Do you think Fred
That's
saw
me.
the tweet? Do you think Fred saw the tweet and called a timeout and they're like, Sorensen's upset. I got to get this.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we have some really big savings for you right now. Our new crossover sale is underway. New Terrains, Equinoxes, and Trailblazers starting at $23,290. That's right, $23,290. Also, we've continued our huge Sierra and Silverado truck sale with over $10,000 off new pickups. You heard right, over $10,000 off list. Koppel truly has a small town feel with big city deals. We're right down 144th Street or at KoppelCars.com. Stock numbers G260980 and C119824.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome to Speed and Power on 93.7 The Ticket. I'm your host, Meghan Walker, and on the show, we dive into the inspiring journeys of individuals who have overcome the odds to make their mark in the world of sports. We have got a great show on tonight. We've got Harrison on the board as usual, and our very special guest. He's a phenomenal coach as well as a mentor. He has definitely made a big impact in my life, and we are grateful to have him as a leader at this school. Nebraska's sprints and hurdles coach, Brenton Emanuel.
Thank you very much.
Yes, of course. We're happy to have you here. But tonight, as always, our food is provided by Layton's Pub. They take such great care of us, and we are so grateful. So make sure to go check them out. They've got a great menu. Have never had bad food from them. We're very grateful. We have our favorites, don't we, Harrison?
I got the lemon dry rub.
You
Wings
did.
again. Those are classic. I'm a big lemon pepper dry rub. Layton's Pub. We talk about it all the time, but you can't miss on any of their menu items. Can't. It's fantastic food. So shout out, as always, to the crew down there. And check it out if you haven't. Layton's Pub.
Exactly. Great place. But Coach E.
Yo.
We just had Big Tens this past Wednesday to Sunday. Meet was on Friday, Saturday. Just had a long little trip. How was it for you?
You know, it was a true roller coaster of track and field. Had some good, some highs, some lows, some drops, but it was overall pretty good. I thought we competed very well. A lot of breakthroughs like yourself, second PR in the 400. But you're just always, as a competitive person, you want to win everything. I'm selfish. I'm not going to lie. I do not like losing. So coming up a little short in the 4x4 and then obviously not winning the team title on the men's side. It's always kind of tough. I'm still kind of bothered by it today, but I should be good by tomorrow.
I hope so. We have a hard workout tomorrow, so I hope you're not in too bad of a mood. But that's track, and that always makes you more hungry. So what are your expectations for outdoors?
You know, just to continue to develop everybody, get more people to regionals, try to be conference champs both on the men's and women's side, and just trust the process that I create. So I have to trust my own process for one, but just be a good leader for you guys, and show you guys that, you know, what we've done indoors is only going to get better outdoors, and just watch all the good results pop up on the scoreboard.
I love it. What would you say you have to execute with the team workout wise to make both men and women's conference champs?
You know, I think we're heading in the right direction. The biggest thing that I felt we kind of dealt with was injuries this year. You know, we had a lot of this year, and just in total for myself as a coach, was one of the toughest I've ever had when it comes to injuries. I'm not a coach that has a lot of injuries like that. And from a patient standpoint, a knowledge standpoint, I had to dig deep and just figure it out. And, you know, now that we're kind of getting healthy, headed into outdoors, I'm excited for that. I think overall training wise, it'll stay the same, but I'm going to be a little more patient and not push to get some times on that clock as early as I did for the indoor season, and we'll have good results. I already know that. I already got the script for outdoor season, so we're good.
I hope you're right. But when you have an athlete with injuries, how do you adjust their workouts to accommodate their injury?
Depending on what it is, if it's a bone or a tissue, if it's a foot, it's a hamstring, I have to make sure that the whole process of the recovery time. Once I know that, then I can see, am I able to cross train? I'm able to get them on the track still. For someone like you who's a good swimmer, you could be one Olympian swimmer if you wanted to be, as we found out this in January. Just find out the workouts that fit them and fit what their needs in training. So if it's pool workouts, it's on the track, it's on the Ultra G. Find what fits them so we can still kind of continue our process of peaking. And it's kind of tough. Everyone had, we had a couple of hamstrings. We had 2 feet injuries. We had old hamstring tenosis, or what was it called? Tendonitis is what they call it. But on the MRI, it said tendinosis. That's why I said that. But it's just a lot of weird things. And calf cramps constantly. So I had to kind of just think outside the box and trust the process that I know about the recovery times for those injuries, what I can and cannot do, and trust the training staff and the team doctors. And luckily, our jumps coach is friends with the head doctor of the Kansas City Royals.
Mm-hmm.
So he was very, very helpful in all my questions that I had. I had a lot because I wanted to make sure I was doing everything right for you guys and not putting you in a bad situation.
Sounds like you have a lot of great resources.
I definitely do. I've been coaching for 15 years now. So I've met a lot of great people. People seem to like me. I got a pretty good personality, I would say. But, I think that because I ask questions and I try to be trustworthy so they can trust me and they know that I will do what's right for my student athletes. I'm a very student athlete oriented person. So I'll always do the best for you and not what's best for me. Obviously I'm very big in my faith, but it's just like, it's not for me, it's for you guys. And so I'm not trying to force you guys to run. Like, I want you to run 51, but I'm not going to do something crazy that can injure you and stop you along the way. I want to keep you on the track as much as possible. And so through that, I've gotten a lot of trust and a lot of friends that are willing to help me and encourage me along the way. Even your old coach needs some encouragement every now and then.
I love that. I think that's one thing that a lot of the athletes that you have on the team appreciate about you is the fact that you care so much about your athletes. It's not so much about the performance. Of course, you care about that, but you care about more as the person.
I do. I mean, that's, my coach was like that for me. And he told me that when I got into coaching, he said 2 things. He's like, you're going to hate when people don't work as hard as you did as an athlete, which he was right about that. That drives me crazy. But he also said they are people and treat them like people. If you invest in them as a human being, they will invest just as much back into you and you guys will have good results. And I've trusted that process since back in 2009, and it's worked out pretty well for me.
That's spectacular. Where would you say you get majority of your coaching philosophy from?
I think it's a lot. I've read some books by Phil Jackson, Urban Meyer, my old college coach, Tom Akers, who's now retired, living in Kansas City. And I think part of it is I had to learn my own way too. My first year as a head coach at Eastern Illinois, back in 2019, we lost indoors. And I felt like I was trying to be like him, my former head coach, when I was leading the team. But I'm not like him. We're completely opposite. We're both pretty funny guys. I will say that.
You think you're funny?
Very funny. But I was just trying to be him. And once I realized to be myself, the team became like me. They like me, like not very talkative, but get the job done and just work hard. And I kind of have like a no nonsense personality with certain people. Like, I'm not going to tell you, about yourself, but I will cut you out of my life real quick. I don't, if you cross me, it's over with. Don't even try to get back in my life. You're one and done. And, and I think and the difference in him, he's very giving. Like, he will give you 101 chances. Well, how I grew up, single parent home, my own father didn't want to be part of my life. So why would I let someone come back continuously? That's good and bad in that situation. But, if I trust you and you're one of my main people, if you're one of my athletes, you're golden. I will take care of you forever. I've been invited to so many weddings and baby showers. It's like, I'm going to be broke by the end of this. But it's, that part of me, I just said, if I'm myself, we will have success and I can be a good leader to them and they can see who I am as a person. There's no fluff about me. Like, who I am is who I am every single day. There's no my wife, I drive my wife crazy, obviously, because I think I'm pretty funny, but she doesn't all the time, especially when the baby's crying and I'm trying to crack a joke, but it is what it is. But, I'm very authentic, and I think that's really important when it comes to the recruiting process and just who you are as a coach.
I agree. When I came on my recruiting visit and when we had our phone calls, you were very genuine. You were very down to earth. You were very clear about who you are, what the program is. And I think that was very valuable because a lot of schools don't do that. They try and give you this like fluff, as you said, to try and make you come here. So when you're looking for recruits, let's dive into that. What kind of characteristics, personalities are you looking for as athletes?
I think I told you, I tell every recruit is like, I'm gonna spend so much time with you. I have to like you as a person because I spend more time with you than I do my own kids. And I'm not saying I abandon my kids. No, I'm a present father, but I spend so much time with you. So I want a person who has good character, a good personality. As you know, I give you a lot of crap all the time. So whatever you do, but I care at the end of the day. My door is always open. So someone who can take my jokes, my good old dad jokes, that works hard, has good grades. Sometimes you don't always get that, but it is what it is. But I want someone who's strong-willed. Like one thing I loved about you recruiting you is like you have an attitude about you. And as I won't say what I said on the radio, but I like that about you. You kind of have a queen bee mentality, and I know that you're gonna work hard. You're not gonna take any stuff from anybody. You're gonna give it your all, and that's what I'm connected to with all my athletes. If you have that, like Darius Loft, I did not recruit him, but why him and I are honest. Like he's so competitive, and he's like, someone was in his way. He's like, I don't care. I run them over. That's how I feel. Like do that, get them out your way. And so I love people that are strong, strong-willed, and just so competitive. That's how I am.
That's very good. You like people that are similar to you.
I do.
That's good. Has your recruiting process kind of changed throughout your years of being a coach?
I think it changes with the university and the needs. Obviously, here we're at a higher standard of a program. We're the Power Five. We're trying to win national championships, trying to be contending for Big Ten championships on a consistent basis. And so when I was recruiting at Eastern, it was more developmental. That you had 2 to 3 years, maybe 4 years to get a kid to run 58 to 56 or 55, whatever it may be. Now it's the world where you got to produce now. We need you to produce. You need to get on the track, score points for us now. So my process hasn't changed, but the athlete that I look for has.
That makes sense.
Yes.
As you were at Eastern Illinois and then Illinois State, how has like the dynamics changed since you came to Nebraska? As team aspect and coaching?
I think, Eastern Illinois as a head coach, I created the atmosphere. So I thought it was good. But Illinois State and even here, I try to keep my group as close as possible to be a family. Now, the difference is when I was at Illinois State, I didn't have kids. And so some of the things that I used to do as far as being so involved in my student athlete's life, I've had to kind of back up a little bit because now I have 3 people looking at me like, Daddy.
You have 4 people looking at you.
My wife is always looking at me like crazy, but that's different. I love her to death. But I want to be there for my kids. Like I said, I grew up in a single parent home, and being a present father is really important to me. So some of the things that I used to do at my other schools, like where we would talk and play video games at night and stuff like that with some of my guys. And I didn't play games with the girls, but we would do little outings and stuff like that. I haven't done as much because of the father part of my job I have to do and the husband part of my job. But I'm still there for my student athletes. And when we're on the road, we try to play cards, we play Uno. I think you cheated a couple.
I think I won fair and square at Big Tens.
Allegedly.
Someone's a little upset.
If we had a camera, we'll throw the red flag and we can get a review on this.
I don't think I'd be the only one caught cheating, to be honest.
See, you were cheating. See, I knew it.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. But I think majority of everyone on our entire team sees you as being a great dad. Even the fact that you bring your little girls to the track, like everybody loves that.
I appreciate that. And I was one thing that my old head coach told me is like, make sure your team is a part of your family. And so don't be scared to bring your family around them. And I know his kids very well. And so I want you guys to know my kids. Now they're very shy because they're 5, 3, and 1. But when you get married in, I don't know how many years, hopefully like 10, 15.
Hopefully 10. Yep.
You'll see these tall little mixed girls looking very beautiful. And you'll be like, oh my God, I saw you were a little baby. Because now when I go back and I see my coach's kids, it's like, how are you married with kids now? Like, where did the time go? How am I that old that you have kids? Exactly. I remember watching you grow up.
That's so sweet. Are they going to be track stars one day? Are you training them already?
They like to run. Like yesterday, I got back. So talk about, we got up early yesterday. We traveled back, went for a walk, which is fine. My oldest wanted to run. And so I had to run with her. It's only about maybe a mile and a half, which granted, it's not that bad, but didn't really want to run at that.
You guys
moment.
both ran a mile and a half?
It was run walk.
Okay.
She's only 5.
Okay.
She's
Yeah,
only
blame
5.
it on her. Blame it on her. Yep.
Well, that was her idea. So I'm just going with the plan.
Mhm.
I was being coached by her. So I wasn't really in the mood to go do some jogging at that time, but I had to do it with her. So if they do track, I'll be happy. My wife played college basketball. I wouldn't mind them seeing them duck on somebody. I'd be cool with that. Or even they love volleyball. They're big fans of Becca and Harper.
Mhm.
It's kind of weird, not weird, but it's very Becca and Harper look like my 2 oldest kids.
That's so sweet.
So when they watch, I say, "Oh, that's Bricky number," and she wears number 5. And I say Harper. I don't know her number, but whatever number she wears, that's Cameron. So
That's so great. I remember being a little girl and like looking up to older girls was so amazing and so fun.
yes.
So yeah, it's great to have people to look up to.
Yes, you're right. I mean, and my wife, obviously, basketball player. She's relatively pretty tall, so we're hoping for some 6'2", 6'3" girls. So hopefully, volleyball.
You got some D1 kids right there.
Yeah, that's part of the process when you're dating somebody. Genetics and how that comes together. My father-in-law 6'11", so
Oh dang!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I hope your girls are like 6'11", man.
I don't want 6'11" girls. Maybe 6'5".
The boys would stay away. They're 6'11".
Okay, 7 foot, even better.
Okay. I love it. But I know you're huge into family and everybody loves that about you, but how do you manage like spending family time as well as doing your job?
If you being honest, I feel like I fail at everything because I feel like there's never enough time.
Mhm.
But I just try when I'm home, I try to be present. I try to, like today, the oldest child, Brooklyn, we were riding her bike up and down a hill. It was not a fun hill to be riding down, or me running down and running back up. Cameron came with me after practice to get my other bag, and Layla, she's just my little road dog. Whatever I do, she's always about Dada now. She only says 2 words, Dada and Mama. But she says Dada, and she looks at me, and she's always happy. So I just try to be present when I'm there. We FaceTime, and this past trip, the girls gave me stuffies. We call our stuffed animals are called stuffies. They gave me 2. Brooklyn gave me Elsa. Which one's the ice one?
Elsa, yeah.
Elsa. Okay, I should know this. I watch it every day. Elsa, and then Cammie gave me Daniel Tiger for my stuffies on the road trip. So I had those 2 in my room, and so we had a coach's Bible study, and the coach was like, "Why do you have 2 stuffed animals?" I said, "Bro, chill out. First of all, these are my daughters gave those to me, and so if you want to say something, you better say it. You better say it correct now. I'm gonna come at you. Oh no, that's cool. That's really cool." I said, "That's what I thought. Now I'm not a grown man having stuffed animals in my hotel room. That's a little weird, but my kids gave them to me to have, so that I didn't forget about them."
Okay, we'll tell everybody it was the kids and stuffed animals. We'll keep it at that.
I mean, first of all, they tried to give me a big unicorn. It was like this. It was huge, probably like 3
Carry
feet.
it through the airport.
Yeah, and I was like, that's not gonna fit in my bag. And then my middle tried to give me this like 5-foot bear. I was like, girl, that's not going in my bag either.
You're a Bears fan. You got to take the bear, man.
It was purple.
So
well, I think it was purple. I'm colorblind. So that's another thing she did. We played Uno. And I'm colorblind, and red and green was a little rough for me. Now I didn't mess anything up, but no one was willing to help me. It's kind of messed up.
He was complaining the entire game about his colorblindness.
I mean, it seems like a game where it's very important not to be colorblind,
Why would you
considering the
play?
premise of the game's on colors.
I hadn't played Uno in I don't know how long, so I forgot about red green, and it's like I'm looking down, I'm like, oh my god. So I hope I was smart enough to realize just go off the number, but I didn't win though. So you guys cheated me. You guys trying to hold me back because I'm colorblind.
That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. Oh my goodness, crazy. What's one game that you played like while on a travel trip that was your favorite?
I would play spades.
Spade. Isn't that a card game?
Card game. We played this weekend, this past week with the coaches a little bit. So if you play spades with me, I'm gonna tell you right now, I talk a lot of smack. I do talk smack in general already, but that game brings the most out of me. I get people mad. So
you get people mad everywhere. Let's be honest.
True. At home, at practice, Probably right now listening to your show, they're probably mad at me. He's like, "Why is this dude talking about playing spades right now?"
I'm gonna have to run it up, see what happens, see if I can beat you. But when you're traveling, what's one of your favorite memories that you've had at Nebraska?
It's probably recently. I was talking to Johanna, one of your favorites, because I have a recruit that I signed. She hurt her knee. And so I was telling her, I've been through something like this with somebody else, with my current athletes, and I've helped her through this. And I was like, wait, have I really helped her? I don't want to be lying to somebody about I've helped you and I haven't done it. I'm very authentic. And so I texted her. I said, hey, I told this young lady that I've helped you through your knee, but I'm like, have I really helped you? And she sent me this text, and I started crying. I was like, what in the world is going on here? But it just showed me how much I've helped people. Anytime a person tells me, "Hey, coach, thank you so much," or you guys give me a hug, because you're so happy with how you did, that touches my heart. So I don't really have one, but that one sticks out to me because I don't cry. Like that's my wife. She's seen me cry maybe twice. Once at our wedding, once when I had a relative pass away, and I guess our babies, maybe like 5 times. But so like for me, I was like, man, I'm like, she got my heart. Like she really, really got my heart. And I was sitting in the front of the bus like a little child. I'm like, what is wrong with me right now? And then she tried to do it again in her speech at conference. I was like, nope, we're not doing this. You're not getting me twice now. You got me once, but you can't get me twice. But I was prepared for it though. So like it still touched my heart. But I was like, I ain't crying this time. I'm not gonna do it. I had to, toughen up a little bit.
Get that dog back in you.
Yeah, a little bit. It was like a chihuahua though. It was not a very strong dog. I'll tell you that much.
Oh my goodness. It's on my bucket list for me to see you cry before I leave college. So maybe in the next 7 years, but for like a good reason.
7 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say this, since I've gotten older and I've had kids, I've gotten soft.
That's a good thing.
But I try to be a polar bear so no one knows that I'm soft inside, but I've definitely got a lot softer than I used to be. It's crazy.
I think it's good though, because like you have daughters, so you know what it's like to be a dad, and I think you treat your student athletes like a child in a good way. Like you're like a father figure.
No, I hope so. I hope I can show you guys and guide you through that process because I wasn't as mature as I am now. Obviously, I've grown a lot, but I was a captain as a sophomore in college. Now, don't get it twisted.
I saw that, and I was like, this must not be right. Like the internet must have like done some crazy stuff, or you added it on your Wikipedia page.
No. But also, I'm a Gemini, so I have multiple personalities, so I can be who I need to be when I have to be it.
The fact that your star sign is kind of concerning.
Well, I read it, and it's definitely me. That's a problem. Like I see the different personalities that come out of me at times.
So when you're recruiting someone, you're like, hey, I'm Coach E. I'm a Gemini, so I have a lot of personality.
I like long walks on the beach, yeah, basically. No, I tell kids that, I'm going to be tough on you. I'm going to be mad, but I'm always going to be there for you. And that's the truth. Like, I've been mad at you before. I don't know when.
A lot of times. I've gotten used to it at this point. I'm just immune.
But, like when I stop caring, that's when it's trouble, because that means I've given up hope. And it does takes a lot for me to give up hope on someone. So like I'm always willing to give someone another chance. I'm not like my old coach, because he was very, very gracious in that, where I will cut you out, but not like in my answers. I try to still guide you, because you're 18 to 22-year-old, and when I was your age, I didn't know everything in the world, and I still don't. I still make mistakes. But if I can help you not make the mistakes I did, I will do that, and I will try to guide you through it. But at some point, if you don't want to learn, then I can't help you.
I'm glad I haven't been kicked off your list yet. But no, I think that something that makes you a great coach is the fact that you're high on respect, that someone needs to give you effort and all of their energy, because that's what makes someone a good athlete.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's amazing. That's what makes you unique. That's what makes you a team captain in college.
I appreciate you.
Yep. And with that being said, we are up to our first break here. So this is Speed and Power with the host, as always, Meghan Walker. We got Coach E in here from Nebraska Track and Field. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the next 2 segments right here on Speed and Power.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Treatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Delicious, decadent, scrumptious, delightful. What other words can I use to describe something so good I can't even tell it's healthy? How about Heavenly. Chef Bob created Heavenly Waffles with an incredible fluffy recipe packed with protein and loaded with a plethora of angelic toppings to elevate the experience beyond the typical waffle and syrup. Don't just take our word for it. Join us for Heavenly Waffles Wednesday to experience heaven for yourself.
Enjoy Heavenly Waffles this Wednesday, February 28th from 8 to 11 a.m. in our 93.7 The Ticket studios. Parking is available along 11th Street and in nearby garages.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Nutrition Authority invites you to try Anarchy, which is an exciting free workout for athletes and fitness enthusiasts who want the most out of their workout. Anarchy can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Remember, when you want results, the solution is simple. Nutrition Authority. Stop in, call, or check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
School taught you all about the 4 seasons: spring, summer, and so on. And then there's the way we really tell what time of year it is in sports seasons: football season, baseball season, or off season. But what's the chocolate season? Well, it's now. And now, and now, and always. Whether you're looking for a caffeinated pick-me-up on the way to work, a little snack on the way home, or you need the perfect gift that's sure to be appreciated, it's time for the chocolate season. 40th and Old Cheney, or order ahead at thechocolateseason.com.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln has served the youth of our community for over 50 years.
50 years?
50 years.
They've done what for 50 years?
They've prepared students from K through 12.
K through 12?
Yeah. Junior Achievement prepares students on financial literacy and entrepreneurship work.
That's amazing.
I know. That's why when you fill up on Tuesdays, UStop will donate 2 cents of every gallon sold to the Junior Achievement of Lincoln.
Count me in.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
Are you searching for a helping hand in life? Look no further. Integrated Behavioral Health Services is your answer. They're your compassionate, trusted partners committed to guiding you from challenges to triumphs. Their licensed professionals offer personalized therapy for individuals, couples, and families. At IBHS, the focus is you. Experience a life-changing transformation in an environment tailored to your unique needs. Visit ibhealthservices.com today and take that first step towards a brighter future. Discover the power of healing with Integrated Behavioral Health Services. You're not alone. Let them walk this journey with you.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Speed and Power on 93.7 The Ticket. I'm your host, Megan Walker, and I'm joined by Harrison on the board, as well as my very own sprints and hurdles coach, Mr. Brenton Emmanuel. I don't like your name. I always just call you Coach E.
Man, you call me by my government name. That's crazy.
Brenton. What a crazy name.
You know, this weekend, Emma started saying that. She's like, Brenton. I'm like, hold up. My mom don't even call me Brenton. Why you call me Brenton? Like, don't call me by my government name out here. Like, this is ridiculous.
That's crazy. It just doesn't seem like it fits you. Like, you're just a Coach E.
You know, what's funny, I used to call Coach B. So when I first started coaching, so my nickname in college was B. Everyone called me B. Mm-hmm. And then I became Coach B. And then I left and went to Cal U, Pennsylvania, small Division II school. They call me Coach B. They're like, all right, Coach B. And I came back to Illinois State. And everyone started calling me Coach E out of nowhere. And it just came E. No more Coach E, just E. So, but my people that knew me beforehand are mad that I switch over to Coach E. I said, well, most people go by their last name, if you realize this. So it makes sense, but no. So I have, again, an alternative personality, that Coach B.
Gemini over here.
Yeah.
Okay, I had a conversation with Coach Godfrey about this weekend. Do you like to be called Coach, or do you want someone to like call you by your name and make it more personal?
I don't call me by my government name now.
What's your government name?
BME. Those are just my initials. I like Coach because, I worked so hard to become a coach, and I always wanted that title. So I feel like, I don't think it's like, when people call me E, that's fine too. Just don't call me by my government name. It's like I'm in trouble. I'm about to go to prison or something. And I'm not trying to do all that now.
I respect that. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to get into your coaching a little bit.
Okay.
When you're having those hard days, when you don't want to be hanging out with the people you're hanging out with anymore, when you want to jump off the ship, how do you get yourself to stay motivated and be a good coach?
Just, all my experience. I've been coaching for 15 years. So I've seen the highs and lows of this sport. And so I know when it's a low, there's going to be a high pretty soon. So now I'm very even keel. I don't really show too much emotion, as you have probably seen.
Mm-hmm.
But I just stay just even keel, and I'm strong in my faith, so I know it's going to be okay at the end. And I've just been doing it for so long now that I've seen so many different experiences that if I see something new, which this year was probably one of the most difficult, like I said early on, with all the injuries, because then I'm like, am I doing something wrong? It's like I'm not changing anything up like I've done in the past, where it just was difficult because I don't want to be responsible or the cause of someone's injury like that. And like I mentioned today, which you weren't there, but like when you guys do well, I wear that on my chest. You guys do bad, I wear that on my chest as well, because I care so much about you guys, and I want you guys to perform at a high level all the time that I wear those things on my chest so much. And so I just stay very even keel, and I just I thank God for the good, the bad, and the terrible, and I know it's going to be okay in the end.
I love that. So looking back to like this weekend, you had some athletes that were expecting to make big performances, and that doesn't happen. That's what track is. It's highs and lows.
Yeah.
What are you going to say to that athlete after their performance that didn't go the way they wanted it to?
For instance, Darius and Bryden, I talked to those guys and see how they felt. Even Nick, Nick ran a race where, he was the favorite to win. He's defending champion. Comes up a little short. He's in the slow heat. He wins his heat, but he loses by a second, and the guy another heat. Honestly, he ran a great race. I told him I'm proud of you because, 4 months ago you were limping around here because you were hurt from last year, and now you put yourself in contention to win a title in the 600. So I can't be mad at you. Only thing we could have done differently is ran faster on the first day, but that's all in retrospect. He ran well. He got second in his heat by a lean in prelims, and then he did what I told him to do the next day. I said, get out in 48.5 or faster. He ran 47.7 through 400. So I really can't do anything differently. With Darius and Bryden, they were training so well, and they're still training very well. It just, it happened that they're both just out of rhythm. I told them I'm very proud of those guys. And, the crazy thing, those guys, they checked on me because they knew, they thought I was, I was kind of down. Like I didn't say very much. And so they're like, Coach, are you okay? And I was like, like I said, I wear those things on my chest because I want you guys to do win. Like I want you guys to always win. Whether it's a prelim against someone from a small university or it's, Grant Holloway. Always want you guys to win. So if we don't win, I wear that on my chest, and I hurt for you guys. Even though I know you guys are hurting as well. And so what I tried to do is say, hey, trust the process. We're going to be good. And I talked to all three of those guys, and we had really good conversations, and we're excited for the next step for them. Those two guys are going to nationals. Nick's getting ready for outdoors. We're going to be fine. And I think, with those little setbacks and those little, part of the dip of the roller coaster, they're ready to turn back up, and that's what I love about them, and for them to check on me, it's like, man, you worry about yourself. Don't worry about me. I'm going to be okay. But, like I said, I wear those things on my chest because I do care so much about you guys and how you guys do. I want the best for you. And so it just sometimes does wear on me a little bit.
We always want to check on you. We can tell when you're like in a good mood or a bad mood. It's kind of crazy at this point.
I know. You guys are around me too much. Now I got to start cutting you guys off.
But thinking back to you were in college and you had a bad performance, was there anything that a coach or a mentor said to you that really just kind of like made you get out of your funk?
Not really. My brother told me you were the grumpiest person for the next 2 days if you didn't run well. Don't even talk to you. said facts. Don't even bother with me. But I think as I kind of just get older and matured, I realized like I said earlier, I'm thankful for the good and the bad. I know it's going to be okay in the end. And I got to be willing to get outside my box too and feel uncomfortable. My senior year, going into my junior, I had a great fall training. The first week after fall training, I hurt my knee, and so I'm out. I had to have knee surgery. I'm out for like 3 months, and I come back and I'm struggling. I got a little belly on me. I'm like fat now for some of my life. I was like, what is going on? And I'm struggling, and I'm like, why is this going on? Why is this happening? And once I realized it's like, I was given this card was thrown my way, and I have to deal with it. I got to figure it out, and it made me so mentally tough that the next year I came out and nothing could stop me. And I had the same injury happen again 2 years in a row, and didn't have surgery this time. I just rehabbed it and I just ran through it. I had my best year I ever had in college. But had I let and I just tell myself I got to be mentally tough. Like nothing can break me is what I always tell myself. Nothing can break me. And obviously got my faith in God, and that will always guide me as well. But I have like that chip on my shoulder, like that kid that people thought he wouldn't make it. Like I know him would make it. Like I got that type of determination. Like you can't stop me. You can tell me I can't do something, but you better try to stop me because I'm going to do it 10 times to prove you wrong. Like I'm that crazy of a person. So that's what I kind of tell myself when as an athlete, like something didn't happen. It didn't go my way. I just stayed positive. I said I still can do it. I have no doubt in myself. And that's kind of helped me get through those things, those hard moments of college.
I love that mindset that you have.
It's crazy, but it's good.
Yeah, I think you'd be a good speaker. You could write a book.
No, I'm good.
No, but I think the way you think and the things that you've gone through that have made you so mentally tough are so beneficial and would help a lot of athletes. So I think you need a podcast.
I've been thinking about that. I would love to do a podcast. I think it'd be kind of fun. Not just talk about track, talk about everything, about life. Like kind of like you. I'm trying to be like you when I grow up.
Trying to be like me when you grow up. That's funny. But thinking back to college, I know that was a long time ago. So it might take a lot of brain power. But did you do some of the similar workouts that you have us doing?
The only one that I did was the Challenger workout. Except I didn't do as many as I did a lot more than you guys did. My first day of practice, my freshman year, was 12 200s the first day, right out the gate. And we got up to 22.
Dang. I think the most I've done is like 15.
Yeah.
So you're going easy on me.
Yes. I think maybe that's probably the main one. So what I did my first year when I was coaching, my head coach gave me all the workouts and stuff. If I didn't like something, I would just kind of change it up to what I thought it would be, not what the athletes, just in my own little personal book. And so once I started figuring out why he did certain things and how I could change it up and maybe put my own flair to it, not that maybe there's some things that are similar. At this point, it has been a long time. It's been 15 years now. I wrote out a whole year of training of what I thought how it should be done. Now, crazy story is when I got my first job, that training didn't work at all because those athletes were not in any type of shape. So I had to start over from scratch. But it helped me understand how to write training and how to be, patient in the process. And I watched it, and then I got my next job, and I started continuing to grow, and I changed things up to fit what I thought was right. I read more books. I went to more conferences and stuff like that. And then I just kind of, developed to what I am now. And now I'm no guru. I still talk to coaches about their training or about hurdle things, and just I'm very curious about why people do certain things. Like as a child, a 2-year-old kid, I found a screwdriver apparently and took it apart of a table. So I've always been very curious about why things work, whether they do. And so the same thing with this. I'm always willing to talk to people, read different articles, and to see how it works. If it doesn't fit me, it doesn't fit me. But I'm not gonna not turn over a rock just because I feel like I'm the guru, because I'm not.
You sound like a guru sometimes. But at what point in your life were you like, hey, I want to be a coach? Was it when you found that screwdriver?
That too, probably not. When I was younger, people said I should be a preacher. I don't know why, but I didn't really find that one inside of me.
Mm-hmm.
But my senior year of college, because I knew that I wasn't going to run professional or anything like that, and so I wanted to be involved in the sport. And I love athletics, and I can't imagine my life without athletics. And so I was like, I think I want to coach, or I just want to work in athletics. And then I took a year away from track. I didn't go to any meets. I didn't look at any results. And I'm like, man, like by maybe March, or no, I guess it wasn't a full year. It was like 7 months. But by March, I'm checking results again, looking at people like who's doing what. And then I didn't go to the outdoor meet at Eastern. I said, I'm not going to any meets this year. So I stayed true to that, but I was searching results up and I was like, man, I kind of want to coach, I think, but I didn't know how to get into it. And luckily, my head coach asked me to come out after he lost 2 people on the staff just to help out the rest of the year. And I haven't gone back since my little gig.
Dang.
Yeah,
If you weren't a coach, what do you think you'd be?
man, a millionaire probably.
Let's be realistic here.
Okay, a billionaire. I have no idea. There's nothing that I can see myself doing other than coaching. I mean, I love my kids, but I could not even be a stay-at-home dad because they need a lot of energy to be ran out of them. And I don't know if I could do that. I love those girls, but I don't think I could be a stay-at-home dad. So I really don't know. I think my 4th year, I did a couple of job interviews with companies that were doing like HR recruiting or medical sales, and I got the jobs. They're making like quadruple what I was making as a coach. Now I'll tell you what I was making as a coach. I got no shame in my game. But my first 4 years, I made $20,000 with no benefits.
Like $20,000?
$20,000, yeah. So after I paid all my bills, I had like $200 left in my name a month.
How do you live on $200?
I ate a lot of ramen noodle. It was tough. It was a struggle. I ain't gonna lie. And then I had a little side hustle. I was coaching some kids on the side, but it was tough, but I knew that if I was willing to sacrifice, something like bigger, a better job that I would probably hate in 2 years and be unhappy, this is where I needed to be. And every time I try to get out of it, I would get a job interview with something else. And I was like, I have to turn you down. Like one guy told me, he's like, you would be great at this job. Like it was recruiting for HR companies. HR department, sorry. And he's like, you'd be great at it, but you sound like you want to coach still. And I was like, oh my God, I can't get rid of this coaching thing. And so then I went to my brother's. I job shadowed him kind of. I went out to LA with him. He was out there doing his little thing. And so he works in insurance. I don't know what he does exactly now. Or we talk about it, but I don't talk about his job anymore because all I do is work. So sometimes I don't want to talk about anything else but work. And he was out in LA. So I went out there with him. I saw what he was doing. He's like, hey, you could be like me and make this type of money. I'm like, that would be kind of decent, Again, it's working in insurance, doing some type of like smooching type of thing, trying to get, make people feel good about themselves. And I feel like I could do that. I did a pretty good job of that. But, so I went out there. I went and saw my girlfriend, who's now my wife. And I got back. As I'm driving back from her apartment, I get a call from a Pennsylvania number. Now, I did a little Skype. You don't know about Skype, probably. You're probably too young for that. Did a little Skype interview with this university, and they offered me a job. I mean, I was making double with the benefits. And so I knew that job, doing what my brother was doing, or the insurance job, they weren't for me. It was a sign. The guy said, you got to coach, man. And I've been coaching since.
All the ramen was worth it to come to Nebraska.
It really wasn't, though. I don't even want to look at ramen anymore.
Really?
Oh my God. I eat ramen. I eat like Hot Pockets.
Oh my goodness.
I can't even tell you last time I had a Hot Pocket.
Sound like some of our athletes' diets.
I'm sure. I was just as bad. That's why I said, don't be like me. Be better than me.
Oh my gosh.
With that being said, we'll go ahead, throw to our final break here. This is Speed and Power. We got Meghan Walker, host as always, and guest Coach E of Nebraska Track and Field. Don't go anywhere.
Old School with DP and J.
Do you think it's too early to talk about Patrick Mahomes as the greatest of all time? To be honest with you, I think he might be ahead of the pace. It was definitely on pace, maybe ahead of the pace. I think right now everything that he does is going to get overblown, and I think people so quickly forgot the 20-year run of the Patriots. Not 5-6 years, 20-year run of Tom Brady and the Patriots.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? At Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino in Lincoln or Horseman's Park in Omaha, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Nutrition Authority presents Activator. University studies have shown that Activator helps with building muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Activator is for male and females of all ages who want to look, feel, and perform their best. Activator can only be found in Nutrition Authority. Stop in, call, or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
Think you need a new furnace due to a cracked heat exchanger? Call Bryant for a free second opinion. Might save you thousands, no matter what brand. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. We do whatever it takes.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
We're speaking to Husker baseball assistant Lance Harvell.
Seemed like there was a pretty heavy focus on the JUCO ranks this offseason. What went into the decision behind that approach?
There's something about junior college baseball. You know, if you've been through it, you know that life and what it's about. You number one, you gotta have a passion to play baseball. You gotta grind. Those guys are tough. They're playing doubleheaders, every time out. So you know kind of what you're getting.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Vershawn Jackson, the captain here for The Body Shop. And man, did they hook me up with a great massage recently. The captain has a lot of stress in his life, as many people do. And for 1 hour, it was all relieved. The team at The Body Shop gave me a deep tissue massage that hit every area that I was in pain at. Whether you're looking for a Swedish massage, sports massage, deep tissue, hot stone, aroma, or more, there's only one place to go. The Body Shop at 48th NA. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Back to The Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Speed and Power on 93.7 The Ticket. I'm your host, Meghan Walker, joined by Harrison on the board, as well as Sprints and Hurdles coach, Coach E. But this is my last segment. This is my favorite segment.
Uh-oh.
Are you ready?
No.
You got to be locked in for this last segment. I'm going to ask you some questions. They got to be some smart, well thought out answers.
Oh my God. That's why I'm not ready.
First question up. We're giving you a billboard to put anything on it. This is for the entire world to see. What are you putting on it?
Hashtag girl dad.
Okay, let's think about this for a little bit longer.
I'm just kidding. Okay. Judge a person by their character, not the color of their skin.
Elaborate. Why would you put that on there?
I love that speech. That part of that speech from MLK. And I've been judged by the color of my skin plenty of times. And so, I think if you get to know me, I think most people would like me. But sometimes when you walk in the door and you don't look a certain way, you get judged. And I would say I've been on the opposite end of that too. And especially with you. No, I'm just kidding. No, just kidding. I think that's really important because I try to judge all my student athletes by their character, not what they look like or anything else like that. And your character is so important in who you are.
That was a really good answer. I'd put that at the top.
Yeah.
Of all of our answers.
True meaning on that one.
I think that was really good. Okay, next question. If you could work out with anyone, if you're working out, I don't know if you work out as much as Coach Godfrey does.
No.
But if you could work out with anyone, dead or alive, who's it going to be besides me?
Besides you. You probably smoked me for one right now. Dead or alive. I would love to work out with Muhammad Ali.
What kind of workout you doing with him?
I want to box like him. He has some haymakers, man.
He would knock you out.
He probably would, but I want to learn how he did that.
That's a good answer. Good answer. Okay, what's your favorite song in your playlist right now?
You want my Christian songs or you want my just whatever song?
Let's just get your headed to practice, Coach E playlist.
I would say Many Men by 50 Cent back in the day, and then Never Lost by Elevation Worship featuring Torn Wells.
Two different people, that Gemini in you.
It is. One's like the Christian version of me, and the other one's like the mad version of me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you're racing one of the track coaches. Who are you racing?
I would probably race Coach Wack because he talks so much smack to me all the time about how he allegedly played me in football and he stopped me. And one, I'm a grown man. I've run him over. Two, I would just want to cook him so he stopped talking.
That's a valid answer. If you're making a 4x4 with all the coaches, who are you putting on it? You're the anchor.
Well, we're not gonna do very well then right now. Coach Godfrey's in great shape. Bardo, I can't see him doing that. What about how about the staff? Because Cody, he's been running miles a little bit. He's in good shape. I'll take Cody. I got Godfrey, Cody, myself.
All of the athletes have a team picked out, so I'm just letting you know that.
Oh, I know I would not be on it. They probably pick Max, the Slim Reaper, Maxwell. Get him out there.
You can see him running a 400.
No, but he's in the best shape out of all the staff as far as physique wise. So I gotta take that.
Okay. So you, Max, Cody, and who was Coach Godfrey?
Yeah.
That's a pretty solid team.
We probably won't win very many races, but
I don't know if you'd win any, but
I will say we're probably the best dressed out there though.
I don't even know about that. Maybe you might be.
Oh, facts. I'm the anchor. I'm holding it down. So I'll be looking good.
Okay, we're dropping you off on an island. You're gonna be there for 30 days.
Yep.
There's no electricity, all that good stuff, okay? You gotta bring 3 items. What are you bringing?
No electricity. I'm on an island though.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any like crazy animals or bugs or something like that?
It's an island.
Oh, bro. I gotta bring some bug spray for one. 'Cause I don't do bugs like that.
Okay.
I gotta bring one of those little spray bottles of water. Keep me,
Gosh, you only get 3 items.
I'm gonna live on an island. I'll be all right.
So you got bug spray?
I'm not like a killer, so I can't be killing animals like that. So I don't know. I probably wouldn't make it, to be honest with you.
Those are horrible answers.
I mean, I'm not gonna go to a deserted island. That's just not who I am.
It's like a challenge. Failed the challenge.
Fine, I'll bring a spear and get some fish out of the water. I hate seafood, so I'm not gonna make it on an island desert island. I'm not gonna make it.
Good to know.
I'm dead honest. Now, if you say go to islands vacation, I'm going to Barbados.
They're 2 different questions.
I gave you your own question. I helped you out,
Oh my gosh. Next question, 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. workout? I know the answer to this.
What is it?
It's going to be 7 p.m.
No, I used to be that way, but now that I have kids, I have to work out in the morning because at this time they wear me out in the evening. So 7 a.m. it is.
Okay, it's your weekend, your free weekend, no kids, no wife. 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. workout? Nobody's waking you up. You get to sleep in.
Oh, then it'd probably be at noon when I get up then.
Oh my goodness.
Even though I would sleep to noon, but I would say it would still be 7 a.m. because it's easier to get out the way because I can enjoy the rest of my day.
That's true.
I used to be a night. I'm still a night owl, but when I work out, my knees hurt in the middle of the night, so I can't be doing that anymore.
Imagine being old.
Facts.
Okay, if we gave you a customized license plate, what are you putting on it?
I already had one on my car.
What did it say?
It just said BME, my initials.
Oh my gosh. I never saw that. Do you not have it on right now?
Oh, I had to switch to the state of Nebraska, unfortunately. So
hard
my Illinois plate was Chicago Bears for one.
Nice.
And then it had my initials, BME. But I'll probably put up "What Up, Big Dog" on my plate.
Please don't. Please don't. Oh my gosh. Okay. How many owls? I think I've asked you this at practice. How many owls would you have to see to start being concerned?
Owls? First of all, where am I at seeing these owls? In my house?
Just like random. No, they're not in your house.
Oh,
You're just like hanging out. Like
probably about 10.
10? 10 is a lot.
That's a lot. I don't think I've seen 10 owls in my
don't
life
think I've
yet.
seen that.
Yeah.
I'd freak out if I saw
would
10
too.
owls.
If I saw 1 or 2, I'd be like, "Oh, it's an owl." I wouldn't. But like 10 would be like, "Okay, what's going on over here?"
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, besides me, who's your favorite athlete? No, I'm just playing.
They're all my athletes are my favorite.
Mm-hmm. What's the best piece of advice someone's ever given you?
Stay patient, trust the process.
Are you good at that?
Sometimes.
Depends on the day.
Depends on the day. And externally, yes. Internally, no.
That's valid.
You know, my wife is really good for me. She definitely puts me in my place all the time.
She balances you out, definitely.
Oh, yeah. She definitely does.
I love that. Well, this has been an amazing show. Thank you so much for coming on tonight, Coachy.
Thank you for having me.
What final words you got?
Go Big Red.
I love it. Go Big Red. Make sure to tune in next week. This is Speed and Power, and I'm Megan Walker.